From the 26.
Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on second down. Bridges. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Off play action. Bridges. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bridges. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Lee now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Lee out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got three. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Watch it now, Barney.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, here's Lee. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st down, Bridges. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Bridges. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
From the gun, Bridges. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now they'll run it on the toss. What a spin. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Operating from the gun, Lee. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
What? 90.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He saw the middle was closed, tried to bounce it outside. That didn't work either.
Very rarely can you bounce something that's designed to go into the middle all the way to the outside and expect to get help and get there. Usually all the blocking is there. In this case, blocking was in the middle, bounced up, stacked up. Now he was outflanked when he tried to get outside.
Back to throw. Bridges. He's going to launch this and got his man complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, Bridges. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Bridges. And incomplete on the deep ball. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Lee operating from the gun. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dante Fowler in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Looking to throw on second down. Bridges. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to him on 1st down. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And some room to maneuver. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Indianapolis. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw. Bridges. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Jaguars on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Leonard Fournette. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they'll go on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, Lee. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. To
throw is Lee. On third down. Over the middle, complete. That's Bowen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is fielded at the 7. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10. From the gun, Bridges. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Back to throw. Bridges. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They get it to him running left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
Had the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. From the gun on third down. Bridges. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Here's Lee on 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Over! That's in there, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now they try the right side here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lee to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on 2nd down. Bridges throws right side, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run with Fournette. He's to the 10, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dean. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Lucky 56.
Lee now from the gun. He'll throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
No, check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Detroit.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On play action, it's Lee. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. First down, Lee to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Lee. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Fournette, and an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
This is Fournette, and he's got some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Here's Lee to throw, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Operating from the gun, Lee escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 22. Lee looking to throw on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Lee. Going to throw again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Lee throwing on 3rd and long. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Point after here coming up. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. To throw is Lee. Throwing on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gone!
Now a play fake here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lee on 1st and 10. The linebacker Miles Jack able to knock that one away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Lee now, throwing again. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing here, Lee. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.